Hello everyone, Angeline here. I've been really enjoying putting these videos together, and if you enjoy watching them, would you do me a favor and hit the like button? This helps my videos show up higher in searches. Also, if you subscribe and check the notification button, you'll know as soon as my videos are published. Thank you, have a fantastic day, stay safe, and most importantly, have fun. Hello, so today I'm going to play with a new product. I got this actually about a week ago, but I've been busy doing other stuff. This is a shiny, shiny metallic paint. It actually says hybrid paint. I'm not sure what that means, but we're going to play with this here in a minute. I'm going to find some stuff to paint on. I'll be back. You're supposed to shake it. It says flammable, so I'm guessing it has some sort of like alcohol component to it. Maybe like an alcohol ink or something. You can see that kind of mercury look. It's very interesting, isn't it? So, smell test. Oh yeah, it smells like spray paint. That kind of strong, chemical-y smell. So I don't know if that's good or not. I have a fan going behind me, and I have plenty of air up here, so I don't plan to do this for very long. I'm going to try this on different surfaces. Let's see, the first one I think I'll do is, if you remember this sample black canvas I had, I think I'll just put a little swatch of it on these different blacks and see what happens. Maybe I'll get what's in the lid here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. I'm just using a craft brush. I'm not really sure how to rinse this off. I may have to, I don't know if I need paint thinner or what. I didn't really read up that close on it. I don't even know if it says that, but it's supposed to be, ooh, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Woohoo! Yeah, that is shiny. I like that. Now here's the thing. I don't personally have a need at the moment that I know of yet. I don't have a need for something that shiny and that silver that looks like a mirror. But who knows? I have to come up with something. So this was a pretty good little swatch just from a dab inside the lid. So I guess a little bit does go a long way. Oh man, that is so cool. It just looks cool when it's going on. It's so shiny. It's kind of blinding just looking at it. And this is on a canvas texture. So it's not on something smooth. In a minute I'll put it on something smooth. I bet it'll look like glass, like a mirror. I don't know. We'll find out. People might have a use for this in like doing models, little miniature models. I know some of their paints are popular with that crowd. I don't know. I gotta come up with some use for this. Okay, I think that's probably good for putting on the black. Now, I think I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to put some just on a plain canvas. I'm going to dip it in this jar just a tiny bit. Let's see. Wow. It's just so shiny. It's like instant foiling. So if you need a foiling look, maybe, if you're good at lettering, you want to make it look like you did some foiling, this might be a good thing for you. Here I have just a chunk of polymer clay that's been baked. It's like a polymer clay coin. It's opalescent, so it already has a shimmer to it. I don't think it would matter. I don't think it's going to show through, but I'm going to paint a swatch right through the middle of here. Okay, since it's going on a smooth surface, Oh, you can really see like just a tiny bit. You don't even need a tiny, tiny bit. And smooth that out. Man, that is just really cool. Oh, when I tilt it, it blinds me. That's awesome. I can see the light reflecting. It's bouncing up on top of the lamp over here. That is very mirror-y. It is very mirror-like. I like it. I like it. I really do. This is fun. I mean, too bad it costs so much, but if it's true, I mean, dang, this stuff goes a long way. It didn't take much at all. Here's another little piece of polymer clay. It just is a little texture. I was going to make little ear bobs out of this, as my grandfather would have called them, ear bobs. I think what I'll do is just try to rake it across that texture. I think my brush is too wet, so look at that. Woo! Or I could cover the whole, I could just do the whole thing. Let's see what it looks like if I just, here, let me start over. If I just rake it onto the texture, see, that can give a good effect. That's kind of cool. I was going to do the whole thing, but I think I'll just leave it like that. Now, here I have a piece of Tyvek with acrylic on it that's been melted. That was fun. I've been watching other people do crazy things, and this lady was making jewelry out of this. It's cool. Mine didn't quite turn out the way hers did, I feel like. I don't feel like it worked for me, but it still looks cool. I just don't know what to do with them. But I think, since it has so much texture on it, I thought it would be cool to see what would happen when you make it shiny. I think for this one, I'm just going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to cover it. And because it's so shiny, it's going to either enhance that texture or sort of hide parts of it. Because it's so busy being reflected that you can't quite tell what's going on. Look at that. That is cool. I don't know if the video is doing it justice, but in person it looks really amazing. Just really fun. Actually, that looks just like a piece of foil that's been crumpled up now. So that's interesting. If you needed an effect to look like foil or metal, but you didn't want to use the metal, then here you go. Probably just crumple up a piece of paper and do that. Now, what I'm curious about, as I mentioned this before, I have this shiny little hammer here. It's one of those that has the little screwdriver in the handle. I love this little hammer. It's quite shiny itself. Is this stuff shinier? I want to find out. I want to put some of this on here and see what happens. It is a lighter silvery color. And because the hammer is very smooth, it is going on very smooth. I have a little too much on my brush because it's so smooth. So I need to rake some of it off because I can see the brush marks. I can see how thick it is. Okay, now it's starting to kind of dry. I can feel it getting a little tacky. So it dries quickly. That's good. So it's still shiny. But maybe it doesn't quite have the same shine, but it's a lighter silvery color. So it kind of brightened it a little bit. That's not a very scientific experiment, but hey, I just wanted to see what would happen. That's what you do. You just play with things and see what happens. The other thing I want to try is glass bottle. Try it on glass. Well, hang on a second. Since we just did glass and a smooth surface, I'm going to switch to wood for a second. Something that Stuart Simple does on his videos, it's the guy behind these products, is he tries them on different surfaces. So he'll do glass and metal and canvas and fabric and everything. So we'll give it a try. Of course, the wood is more porous, and it's not completely smooth, so it's not gonna offer the same shine and mirror-like reflection as other surfaces. But hey, we'll give it a good try. Maybe it'll take a couple of coats. So I could paint this whole wooden stick, and by the end it'd probably look like a metal rod. So that's another interesting use for it, right? If you're into props and you need some equipment, sci-fi movie props, this would be pretty cool. It could make something look a lot heavier than it is. And I haven't painted all the way around. I'll just do one end of it. And I can tell that it dries quickly. Like I said, that's good. And like I said, I have a fan behind me, so that's helping dry it a little faster. Man, yeah, it's like working with a liquid spray paint, but probably a little shinier. Like if you were to go get some silver spray paint at the hardware store, it would not be this shiny. I could be wrong. But yeah, instant metal rod. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to set that there. Now, I'm going to move on to glass. I have a glass bottle here. Topo Chico. It was sitting up here from last night. Shame on me. I didn't throw it away. And by throw away, I mean put in recycle. Ooh, look at that. It just goes, it feels good. It's so smooth. Now again, I don't think this is going to be really doing justice. But if I were to paint this entire thing silver, I guess it would look like a metal bottle. Like someone sculpted a Topo Chico bottle out of metal. What if all of our bottles were that way? Just fun, different. Now, I don't know about these brush marks. I probably need to let it dry the first coat before I put the second one on. I'm not sure. I haven't played around that much with it, and I probably won't do that in this video. I'm just doing a quick test on surfaces. But if I figure out, like, a main piece that I'm going to use this in, I will definitely do a video and let you know. And likewise, let me know if you have a particular use for it. And just for kicks, I have this stone sharpening tool that I use for my scratch tools. So it's stone. So let's stick this on stone. It's kind of porous, so... Ooh. I can see it soaking right in. But it's a pretty silver grainy look. It's not going to be mirror smooth unless I were to seal it or put like a gajillion layers on. But that gives a really cool silvery glittery color. So if you were using the golden light molding paste, which is porous, I'd love working on that stuff. It gives that similar texture when you put stuff on it. That would be really cool. So There it is on stone. See again, it's all glittery and pretty. I like it. Alright. Now I have this little rubber bendy dude. I think I want to make his arms silver. Now it's hard to see it going on because his arm's already gray. But you can see it's shiny. It's shinier. It's more metallic looking. It's just hard for me to see where it's going on because the value is so close. Ooh, that is cool. It's like I'm giving him an upgrade. I think I'll do one leg. He'll be 1/2 silver. Now, I'll let him dry and then bend him a little bit and see what it does. Like, does it flake the paint off? I wonder, is it going to flake? Is it going to stay in place? It's an interesting question, huh? I'm going to prop him up there and let him dry. Now, is there anything else that I want to put this on at the moment? I wanted to try on some like watercolor paper, but this is the closest thing. This is just regular copy paper, so I'm just going to put a little dab on here. It's very shiny. You can see, again, it looks like foiling. And because the paper's a little porous, it's soaking in, and you can see the grain of the paper. It gives a nice finish. Let's see what it does to the other side of the paper. Does it soak through a little bit? It could just be the wetness. It may dry, and you won't see that anymore. There's one more thing I'm going to try. I'm going to go back to this little piece of polymer. I'm going to cover the whole thing, and then I think I'm going to put a drop of alcohol ink on it. And what I suspect will happen is that it'll reactivate the silver and push it around. Because I think this is, when it says hybrid paint, I suspect it's somehow an acrylic or latex paint mixed with some sort of alcohol type base. So, I'm not really sure if water is going to be sufficient to clean this out. Oh, no. I can tell when I spray water on my brush that it is resisting, so I probably do need some sort of mineral spirits. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. More of a terpenoid, maybe. I think I have some, so I'll try that here in just a second. So I'm going to get the alcohol ink. Let's do Mermaid. This is a Tim Holtz Ranger. I like the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol ink colors, but they're more expensive. So if money is tight, you can get these Jacquard Pinata, and these are really nice. It comes out really fast, even though the nib is small. So that is not doing what I thought it would do. Of course, that silver is dried probably enough that the ink is not going to run around. Let's put some purple in there too. And if I push it around with the brush, it may be interesting. No? Okay, see, it's sort of reacting from where it was sitting. Yep, it did. It reactivated it. But it didn't automatically run about like I thought it was going to. Of course, those are running together. So, I don't know, this could be something interesting with some more play. Alright, so let me go find that brush cleaner. I don't know if this is what I need for this or not. We're going to try it. I did not read up on how to clean looks like this brush cleaner is getting the stuff out. So the silver stuff is coming out. This is brush cleaner for water-soluble oil paint. It's not smelly or anything. It's kind of like a hybrid terpenoid or something. I can see it coming out of the brush. Okay, so now my brush is mostly clear. I didn't pour a lot of that stuff out. Most of the silver came out in here. I didn't want to pour a whole lot of my brush cleaner just for this little brush tip. So now what I'm going to do is use my brush cleaner. I think that should get the rest of it. Yep. All right. So this is definitely paint that you want to clean with some sort of something you would use for oils. But that was fairly easy to clean up. And I didn't use very much. It was just a little tiny dab. And it went a long way. So, my verdict for this stuff is that it's super cool. It really is. It's super shiny in person. I just don't know what I would use it on personally. I don't do models, and I don't do, I don't know, art installation disco balls, or I don't know. I guess I gotta be more imaginative. But I've got to come up with something to use this with. Any suggestions, let me know. Definitely jewelry is an option. Let me see this little guy. Oh, it's still kind of sticky. Oh yeah, it's still sticky. So, I was going to give him the bendy test once he dried, but he's not dry yet, so I may come back and do that for you in a little bit. Haha. So, if you have some extra money lying around and you want to play with a new art product, then I would recommend this one. They have so many other things that I want to play with. They have glittery glitter and more glow-in-the-dark stuff and day glow stuff, and it's just so much fun. Just a lot of fun. So anyway, that I think is my conclusion for this. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this is a little PS. At the end, I came back, this is the next day, and the silver that I put on this little rubber figure did not dry. It's still wet, so if you watch, that stuff comes right off. So I guess be warned, putting it on a rubber surface, there's something about it that doesn't allow it to dry. What I wanted to show was, let's see if I can show better the reflective quality of this. While it doesn't look like a piece of mirror, actual mirror, if I hold this up, you can see the reflection of my nails. So that was pretty cool. Thought I would just see if I can kind of show how reflective this is. It's actually mirroring. You can see my nails in there. This one, I put some alcohol ink on top of this. Same thing. You can see my nails being mirrored. And there you can see the reflection of my nails. This feels kind of tacky to the touch. It didn't quite dry on this surface either. I'm not sure why that is. It's not as bad as the rubber, but it still kind of is a little bit tacky. So if you're going to use it on a surface like this, seal it with a fixative or something. I'll have to play around with this. Now, it did dry on the glass. It's completely dry. Same thing. See how reflective that is? Woo! You can see my nails. That is pretty cool. And then even on this little piece of wood, I don't know if you can quite see it. I can see my nails reflected in the silver on this piece of wood that I painted. So it is having the mirror effect. And this is the foiling. If you can quite see it on here, there's not enough. But there again, you can see the reflection of my nails. So, I just wanted to add that little bit. Yeah, there's something about the rubber. It just keeps it wet. So it's probably a chemical reaction or something. So just be warned about that. And I think that's truly it this time. Again, thanks for watching.